Hey, what is up, guys? It is Cameron Talks Football, but in today's video, I'm going to be switching some things up. Instead of talking about football, I'm going to be talking about mostly all the sports now, especially since baseball is back and then NBA is in the playoffs, and so is NHL. I'm going to try and get more into NHL. I do know some NHL, but not as much. I do know some baseball, and I do definitely know some basketball, so we are definitely going to get into all sports now. So it's not just going to be talking about football, it's going to be talking about all sports in general. So first of all, getting into it, we're going to be looking at the NBA playoff and how it's looking right now. So far, it's looking pretty good. We can always say that it's going to be looking better. Um, Everyone like expected a lot of these games to be close, I would say. Like as you can see here, like Magic and Cavaliers, that is just such a terrible series right now. The Magic are just playing terrible. Paolo Banchero in the two games he's played has like 15 turnovers and he's just not playing that well. He's trying to do too much. They do have playmakers on that team, and now that they are at home, I think that they need to win these games. They need to win at least one of these games right now or it's over. They need to win one of these games to at least have a chance. If they don't win any, they're gonna get swept. Of course, everyone knows that. That's how it works. But they need to win this first game. If they lose this game, they're not gonna have as much confidence in game four to be able to make a 3-0 comeback. Not that many teams have made a 3-0 comeback. To be able to move on, it's pretty hard because all the other team has to do is just win one game while you have to win four games. And the Cavaliers are just playing all around great basketball. Donovan Mitchell's playing great. Max Strus is playing great. Jared Allen's playing great. Evan Mobley's playing great. They're all playing great on that team that, you could just like tell that they are going to be the better team in that series. I don't think the Magic are going to make it past five. I think it's going to be a 4-1 series win for the Magic. And I just don't think it's going to be that good of a series there. Another series I don't think is going to be that well for the other team is the Miami Heat. It's just that they don't have as much star power as the Boston Celtics right now. So for right now, I don't see the Heat doing too much. I think it's going to be another 4-1 series because I feel like the Celtics will sometimes, dumb down to other teams' level when they are the better team by far. That's what they're gonna do. That's what they have done before. It's really questionable why they do it. I don't understand. They'll be way better than the other team, and then they just like dumb down to their level, and the other team makes a comeback, and it just doesn't make sense when they could have just kept the gas pedal on and easily win these games. So I have the Celtics winning that series. Next, I have the Bucks winning the series just because what I was able to see with the Bucks beating the Pacers without Giannis on the court. He's not even going to be playing today. And that is absolutely wild that they're not even playing today and they're probably gonna even win the series in six. I think it's gonna be 4-2 Milwaukee Bucks. It's gonna be a six-game series. And I think Milwaukee is gonna go pretty far, at least conference finals right here, and I think that they're gonna play the New York Knicks in the. I think they're gonna play the New York Knicks right here in the semifinals, and then they're gonna probably play either. I think they're gonna play the Celtics in the conference finals, unless Julius Randle. Actually, I don't know why I said Julius Randle. Unless Jalen Brunson can actually score, because right now it's all the role players on the Knicks doing a really good job. You really can't call Josh Hart a role player because he's been playing great. He's getting a lot of rebounds. He's like one of the highest rebounding guards, which is absolutely crazy. He's averaging like 10 plus rebounds at that place where he's at. And he's getting more rebounds than their center, which is Isaiah Hartenstein, which is absolutely crazy to see a smaller player getting more rebounds than a center. And then so we have the Knicks and then the 76ers. I think this is going to be a five-game series. The 76ers are just showing no heart at all. I don't think they're going to do good at all. Joel Embiid is just not playing like himself. He's not driving to the hoop. He's really being cautious with everything he's doing because of that knee injury that he had when he played the Warriors, and he's just not been himself. He's not been that MVP self. So he is not going to be able to do enough. Tyrese Maxey is not going to be able to help carry that load that is needed to help get them far in these playoffs. So I have the 76ers losing in five. Next, I have the Pelicans and the Thunder. I honestly think this can go to 6 games just because of the Pelicans like young core that they have. I understand they are the much better team, but I think it's going to be a 6 game series. I think Zion should be coming back on Wednesday. I think he could possibly play Wednesday. That would really make it to 6. If he doesn't play at all, I think it's going to be a 5 game series for the Thunder to win. And I just think it's really not that small. It's really not that big of competition if Zion's not playing, because he does create a lot of space for Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum and Jonas Valanciunas and all those other players like Herbert Jones and all those other players that they have on that court. He creates a lot of space. When he's not there, they mainly focus on Brandon Ingram, which is the second in command when he is not playing. So when he's not playing, it's not going to be that same offense that they have. Zion had 40 points before he left in the game against the Lakers with like 3 minutes left. He was playing absolutely amazing, and then he got hurt. I don't remember what the injury was. I would have to look back at that, but he is not going to be able to play possibly even tomorrow, which would suck. If he doesn't play tomorrow, it's going to be a 5 game series. But yeah, then we have the Mavericks and Clippers. I honestly have the Mavericks in 7, even though they played terrible. I think they're going to adjust and they're going to come back and win in 7. Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic are going to step up big time in the game today. It is at 7 or 10 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. Where I am, which is honestly pretty good. I really want to watch that game. I'm gonna be at work, but I'm probably gonna watch that game at least a little bit. I think it's gonna be a 7 game series. Both teams are really evenly matched. And then we have the Timberwolves and Suns. We have the Timberwolves and Suns. This is gonna be a good series. I think it's gonna be Timberwolves in 6. The Suns are just not playing that well. Anthony Edwards is playing amazing. Rudy Gobert's playing great, and Karl Anthony Towns should be playing pretty well today. Hopefully, I think he's get around 16 points. He's probably gonna finish with 16 exactly, I bet. And then we have the Nuggets and Lakers. This is gonna be a sweep. The Lakers had a 20-point lead yesterday. They choked. They're not showing that they're wanting to do any adjustments. Their double teams suck when they're trying to rotate players to guard. They're just absolutely being terrible. Darvin Ham is a terrible NBA coach. I don't care what anyone says. He is just a terrible coach to pretty much, have on your team. He does not know what he's doing half the time, it looks like. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on with the NBA for the first round. Can't predict the second round yet because it's not there yet because anything can change. So once all these conference semifinal games are set, then I will, make another video on that. But now with the NFL, Matt Ryan officially retired, 1 day contract with the Falcons. He had a 15-year career. He played with the Falcons mainly. That was like his main one. And then he played with the Colts. And then wait, did he play somewhere else? I think he did play somewhere else, possibly. I just can't remember right now off the top of my head for some reason because it's just really it wasn't like the biggest news of the day. The biggest news of the day was that the Raiders unlikely to move up for Jaden Daniels or any quarterback in that matter, even though they were really heavily interested in a quarterback not too long ago. This is a really deep quarterback class. I don't think they really have to move up because they could honestly trade back. Get an early pick in the second round and get Bo Nix, or Jaden. I don't know. I said Jaden Daniel, Bo Nix, or Michael Penix Jr. in the second round. I think that would be honestly a great position to go for there. And then next, Malik Neighbors. He should be a top 10, top 8 pick. If the Giants don't get him at 6, then I think honestly, I think the Chargers should get Malik Neighbors. I don't think they're gonna get Brock Bowers. I think Brock Bowers is probably gonna go to the Jets. I think he's gonna fall to the Jets, which would be really nice for the Jets actually. But if the Jets draft Brock Bowers, that would be like a great offense. They would really have not that many holes on their offense. But if the Giants don't draft a wide receiver, what is this team doing? Are they trying to tank for next year to get the first overall pick? What are they doing here? Because the past couple times they've had a top pick, they keep taking an offensive lineman, and they just never seem to work out for them. So I don't know what they're doing here. It's just really not that smart with them. They're just not being a good team. The draft is in 2 days, which is Thursday. I cannot wait. I'm a Patriots fan. I hope we do not trade back. I will be very mad if the Patriots trade back because of the talent at quarterback the Patriots can hold and can draft. I hope Jaden Daniels is there or Drake May, one of the two. I honestly just want them to win. I honestly just want them to start over with a quarterback that they're actually going to believe in and put pieces around. I thought the same with Mac Jones. They never put any pieces around him to help him succeed. After that first year, they just started giving up on him. They never put any pieces around him for him to throw to, which is actually really sad. But yeah, there's not that many things to talk about when talking about the draft when everything is all set in stone of what teams are looking to do for. The Eagles are actually trying to trade up, which is kind of wild. I don't know how they're going to trade up. If Howie Roseman does some more devil magic, I don't know how he's going to do it. That would not be fun. Uh, AJ Brown so far still wants to get traded. Let's see if his so far he did have his name or his profile picture as Tom Brady. He still does. As you can see here, he has it as Tom Brady still. I don't know what that is. A lot of wide receivers now are divas, so who knows what that could be. Maybe he's just wanting more money from the Eagles, or maybe he's wanting a trade. He's been one. There's been a lot of reports of NFL wide receivers wanting trades for a while. And it seems like they never want trades because they just want the money and they just want attention. So that's what it is. That's enough with football. Now let's go to baseball. The Guardians are playing amazing. Tigers are gonna have a downfall soon. I'm just waiting on that. Royals, I think they're on the upwards with Bobby Witt Jr. there. And then my division with the Red Sox. Surprisingly, the Red Sox are actually doing pretty decently well right now. But the Orioles and Yankees are on top, not by too much. They're only up by 2.5 games on the Red Sox and only zero point 0.5 games on the Yankees. Yankees are really playing really good with Anthony Volpe, Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, and then Alex Verdugo. They have a lot of good players on that team. Aaron Boone got ejected in yesterday's game, which was kind of funny, even though it wasn't him saying anything. It was a fan saying something to the ump. But when you have that kind of reputation of saying something to the ump every time, the ump is going to think that you're saying something and toss you out. So maybe don't have a reputation of yelling at the umps and being a crybaby. But I can't say anything. Yankees are shit. All right, and then we have the Rangers. This division is really weird right now. The Rangers are playing like average right now. They win a lot and then they go on a 5 game losing streak. As you can see here, out of the last 10, the Mariners are 7-3. Rangers are 5-5. I honestly think the Rangers are still gonna win the division. I don't think the Mariners are gonna do too much. Julio Rodriguez is just not playing too well. Luis Castillo is not playing e well either. Actually, he is playing well. He is playing well. I don't know why I say he's not playing well. He is actually playing really well. Braves are doing well even with Spencer Strider being out for the year with an elbow injury, which is not fun. He was really a Cy Young candidate this year, and then you had the Phillies right behind him. The Phillies are playing really well. I think this is going to be a really close race between these two. They're definitely going to play each other in the playoffs, I think. I think it's going to be a good playoff series. Next is the Brewers. Brewers are leading. I think they're gonna easily win that division. Cubs usually never play too well towards the end of the season. And then we have the Padres and the Dodgers pretty much right with each other. Zero point 0.5 games behind the Dodgers. Dodgers are surprisingly not playing too well, even with that $1 billion they spent this year. So yeah, that's pretty much what I need to talk about with baseball. Not too much yet because it's still early in the season. Can't talk about, AL MVPs, NL MVPs. Can't really talk about that yet because it's still early in the season. Maybe halfway through the season, you can start talking about that stuff. But anyone that starts talking about it now it's kind of weird because it just doesn't seem right to talk about it. But yeah, that is what I'm going to be talking about now. I'm going to be talking about more of each sport, not just of football, to dive into each sport. Hopefully, you guys like that. And until then, I will see you guys later. Peace out.